How are you? That always happens, and I don't understand why. My mic's plugged in, and then for whatever reason, when I click off of it, it doesn't work. I don't get it. Oh, that's not the only audio that's not working. Fuck me. There we go. I hope you're doing well today. This game is very nostalgic for me. I used to play it endlessly when I was a kid.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it six? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's
I
got
gotta
the magic
say,
spell to turn gems
the
into
main
warriors for his
improvement
cause.
that I'm noticing
I'll take that
immediately
question.
is the voice
Nasty
acting,
Nork is a
at
simple
least
creature.
for the first game.
Simple? He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
Although,
Threat? Besides,
although
he is
Nasty
ugly.
Nork should sound
Ugly? That
more,
does it!
he should sound more like the stereotypical orc, and it kind of bothers me that he doesn't.
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Oh, hi, Tom Kenny.
Thank you
I
for
definitely
releasing
like
Spyro.
the designs
Free
for
10
the
dragons in the
dragons
artisan
better.
world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork?
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
How did I fuck up that jump? This isn't a speed run per se, but I am going to try to get through this game as quick as possible. Not necessarily in one session. If I don't get the jump, I'm just gonna go into the next world. It runs pretty well on Switch, all things considered. Although, it probably should be locked at 30 FPS rather than 60, because it seems like it's quite choppy in some areas, from what I'm noticing. It is hilarious that you can ram the rams. It's a contest of brutal. Just real talk, I wonder how hot Spyro's fire is, considering it does. I love that. I'm not going for 100%, I'm just playing for fun. Ah, God, I hate the egg thieves. Funny, in the PS1 days, I thought these were snowmen. I can now see that they're old crotchety wizards. How did I not get hit? Like, legit, I was distracted, so the fact that I didn't get hit is kinda insane. It is an absolutely beautiful game, though. That you gotta admit. It's nice to see all these areas be given new life. I do love the absolutely useless advice the dragons give you
Spyro,
when you
my
summon
friend,
them.
how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
You know, like that thing that I've already been doing. Even as a kid, I thought that that type of advice was really stupid. Because obviously the controls are so natural to people that they're gonna pick up on it regardless of. God damn it. Come on. Get your ass back here. There we go. Now I can jump up here. I do love the fact that it makes it obvious that these are barriers. I am definitely glad to be done with work for the week because Christ almighty, it's been a week for sure. We're severely short-staffed at the grocery store I'm working at, and quite frankly, it's really starting to piss me off some. Because in general, it's one of those things that should be worked out, and if we can't get people to come in, the managers should be coming to help you. There is no reason that I should have been the only one running a lane for 45 fucking minutes. It's sorry for complaining, it's just retail is irritating at the best of times. I do love the fact that you can get sparks to point out the directions of gems. It makes collecting them so much easier. But yeah, this is more of a casual round, if anything. I don't necessarily care about completing the game. I'm just gonna get from the start to the end.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
I'm just going based off of memory. I don't think I ever completed this game as a kid, to be totally honest. The key, right? But it's fun nonetheless. Hello.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates
I do
his
love
power.
the fact that they
When
gave
he
the
eats
dragons so
butterflies,
much
he
more
stays
personality
strong,
in this,
like
though,
me.
because
Sure.
honestly, if they didn't, it'd be kind of irritating. Oh, that's the way back, and I know I haven't completely explored this area yet. No. I'm a moron. Because there we are. I swear to God, if I'm missing one of the gems on the ground, that blend in.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not
We're
that
already.
you ever run into
I already
trouble,
figured
Spyro.
this out. But then again, I might go for 100% because it's not too much of a 193. Oh, great. I'm missing gems up top, aren't I? You know what? Screw it. I said I'm not going to 100% it, so I won't. I'm much more familiar with Crash Bandicoot, but I did enjoy this game as a kid. There's lots of games that come on, what am I doing wrong? Climb to the top of the hill. jump at the apex of the jump. Come on. Spyro, you big stupid lizard. Get up there. That was my bad. I wasn't even pointing the right way. Come on. I will get this. I am determined now. Come on. No. No. What? Okay, that's the top of the jump, which I was doing. What did I do different? Good lord. I know I need to collect the vast majority of the gems because certain worlds are locked behind gem collection, but I'm not in too much of a hurry to collect.
I'll torch it.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing?
He's a meat
His
shield,
name
somehow.
is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
I love the random capitalization on my captions. It's honestly quite funny to me. That, and apparently I pronounce words so bad. So bad that it just cannot understand me for the life of it. It's okay though, like... Yeah... Should have been locked at a more stable FPS or done tricks to help the performance. It's not an insult to Toys for Bob because obviously they made an amazing game, but oh, I love this thing. His shield was not up. I could have torched. What? Okay. These guys are bugged. That's okay. Fun fact, as a kid, I didn't because the Norks looked no different from each other, I thought that they wouldn't hurt me.
Oh, it's you.
And
I wasn't
the fact
sure
that
if
they
you'd escape those
did
annoying little creatures.
scared me
Of
a
course
bit.
they wouldn't
I
bother
was
me,
such a
but
sensitive
here's a
kid.
hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
You mean like I just did to get the placement of the guys that give you advice is kind of bad when I think about it. Because even as a child, by the time I got to that area, I worked out that, hey, these enemies cannot be hurt by charging. I'm sorry, Sparks. get him back to full health because the sickly blue and green colors make me feel bad. He's a meat shield that you don't want to get hurt because he's so cute. I know dragonflies are not cute in real life, but I do find him cute.
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Metal armor and flames. Well, time to get to the secret area by jumping from over here. It's not a very good secret now that I think about it. I love that those ones don't hurt you in order to teach you, hey, you need to be careful and time your flames correctly. There's a lot of thought that was put into it, but in comparison to the other two games, it definitely feels like a first game.
Spyro,
Which all
wanna
games
know a
do.
secret? Use the action
but
button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Honestly,
Oh, your
Crash
secret's
1
safe with me.
is a worse offender in that department. Like, having to get through a stage without dying and collecting the gems. Like, saves should never be locked behind perfection. Which is why I have a gripe with Crash 4, because one of the collectibles literally requires perfection. You have to break all the boxes and get through the entire stage without dying. And if you think that's a reasonable ask, honestly, you're a bit loopy. Where is it, Sparks? There's literally only 100 gems. Oh. Oh. I'm stupid. How did I miss that? Then again, it was a complaint. A fairly common complaint at that, where Sparks doesn't always pick up gems even when you're directly next to them in this remake. Alrighty. I'm gonna head to the restroom real quick. See you in a minute. Okay. Wait, wasn't there a dragon? No, there wasn't. I'm just dumb. It's my platformer brain just playing tricks with me.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on! I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro.
Aw,
Toasty has
that's
many
kinda cute.
tricks up his sleeve.
Like, the damn dogs are more dangerous than this thing. You can just burn it. Like, the boss is absolutely pants. And then before I go anywhere else, might as well try it. It is kind of messed up that you can do this without the dragon that tells you the secret later on in the game, but I guess it's fine. Jesus. I almost got that. Let's go for the chests first, I guess. That's much smoother than what I was doing before. What? It would help if it wasn't glitching out so bad. Come on. You know, the hitbox for the flames does not make sense to me at times. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna quit. The goal is to not to 100%, but just to get to the end. And doing the flight speedways, even though they're a fun change of pace, it's clear that I'm not good at them, so... You know, there's something to be said about the games industry.
See you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro.
Not making games that are for kids necessarily. Like, sure, Fortnite is for a younger audience, but it's an online game, and letting your kids play that comes with its own risks, you know?
You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like.
And it's just ridiculous that... Because there is a completely untapped market now. Like, it's kind of like with the animation. No one... During these rewards shows, you always hear no one wants 2D animation. It's
Are you ready to
archaic.
go?
And the only people who would want to watch something in 2D is either children or adults on a nostalgia binge. And animation is an art medium, and the fact that 2D animation is frowned upon as childish does not make sense to me at all. Same thing with the collectathon platformers. They're a dying breed of game. I love these games, but it's hard pressed to find devs that do console releases for these games, and it's a shame. The only company that's really doing it anymore is Nintendo. And good on them, I guess. All the other companies are focused on realism. where I would prefer a game that has less graphical fidelity, but more style. We need to bring compelling art styles back to games.
Welcome to
Because
Peacekeepers.
the graphics
Look how our
race
treasure has been
war
stolen
is
and
so
turned against
stupid.
us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
I feel that we've kind of reached the peak. This was one of my favorite things to do as a kid. I honestly didn't know that the other guy got killed. That's great. Aim. Too far. Okay. Let's just go to Dry Canyon and... I gotta say, the worst aspect of the first Spyro game is the bosses. Like, if they were interesting platforming bosses, akin to something like Banjo and Kazooie and Crash Bandicoot, it would be one thing, but it just comes down to a linear world, and most of the expectation is just burn their butt. Or burn them a certain amount of times. God, the music is so good though. That they're carrying blunderbusses is great. Okay. God damn it. There, I cut him off. Spyro's turn circle isn't the greatest. I've noticed that. Hello, Conan. What do you have to say?
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Thank you for releasing me. Oh, you can't smash the cannonballs by charging into them anymore? That's a ripoff. It's funny how the boss worlds after the first one don't even have dangerous enemies for the boss to hide behind. You kind of just...
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was
Okay, the rattle
born to
tail is
glide.
kind of cool. not a good glider. I'm gonna go find an animal to torch so that Sparks isn't a sickly blue anymore. Okay. Yeah, I really don't understand the hitbox for the fire. Come on. So chat. In your opinion, is the customer always right? The absolute worst sentiment that came up with? Because I truly feel it is. It is absolutely one thing to not want your service workers to go off and yell at a customer or tell them that they're stupid or something like that. This is a whole nother to tell your workers that you need to just bend over and take the abuse. Over here without the key. Whoops. That's okay though. I'll get it. Ivor. Huh?
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
Sure thing, Grandpa. But I don't know, it's just kind of funny to me that people weirdly hold on to these outdated sentiments as if they're gospel. Like, I'd say you as a service worker have every right to defend yourself if you're being screamed at unnecessarily. God, the frame drops were kind of annoying. I should be able to make that. Eh? That is a jump that I should be perfectly capable of making. I don't get it. Right, and now I have to climb all the way back up because I failed it. Understandable. Fair. But since I am kind of on a nostalgia binge, what other games would you like me to play? I was thinking of playing Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus and Sly Cooper and the CV. Oh, Lord. I should not be as amused by that as I am. All I know is you can, in fact, miss a couple of dragons here and there and still make the amount of
素敵だったよ。ダーリン。
Zuxchen, hallo meine Schatzi.
Hello, Zoxen! How are you? Thank you for the follow! Sorry that alert was loud. I could have sworn I did the audio leveling a bit better. Another game I've been wanting to play on stream is Psychonauts. I am all for playing classics. I mean, I will splice it in with newer games, like I'm planning on playing Dead Island 2 on stream. All good? How goes the gaming? It goes great. It's going just fine. I'm just playing this game casually. No pressure. No. Not really thinking about what I'm doing. I used to play this game all the time as a kid. And it's nice to go back to it every once in a while. Yeah. Just return. I am playing this on the Switch, so there is a bit more lag than on other consoles, but I've seen people play it on PC and there is still some lag, so I guess this is just how the game runs. It's fine. Game was a childhood favorite. Yeah. Same. Like, I could not get enough of this game. Eat the damn butterfly. I definitely don't understand the hitbox for the fire in the remake though, because Pokemon and Pikmin, you say? didn't grow up with any Nintendo consoles, so I'm more of a PlayStation girl myself. Crash Bandicoot will always have a special place in my heart because it was the first game I've ever played. Smack that ass. God, that noise is still as annoying as ever.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charge it with
I
your
love
horns,
how
that should do the trick.
the first game reiterates that specific point like 4 different times. I get that it's hard to come up with unique dialogue that's only supposed to last 5 seconds anyway, but I would honestly have liked it if they said more than, hey, this thing you already figured out? Let's tell you about it again. Fire should be effective against metal. Like, very hot metal will help melt the skin. That's what I'm saying. But you kind of just have to ignore that kind of thing for the sake of platforming logic, though. You don't have to think about it too much. It makes more sense when you don't. How can I enjoy my colorful platformer about a purple dragon when it isn't realistic? You know, the sad thing is gaming companies genuinely think like that. Well, people aren't gonna enjoy our game if it's not hyper-realistic. No room for stylization anymore. I love how the big one smacks the armored enemies to makes them run at you. I don't know why, it's kind of funny to me. Oh, right. Go up a little higher to be able to glide to that. It's been quite a while since I played this game, so again, I do not understand that hitbox. Sometimes I'm close and I'm not able to hit them, and sometimes when I'm far away I am able to hit large clusters. I don't get it.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
don't think Spyro understands the hitbox either. Probably not. This stupid purple lizard. I should have been able to make that glide. This stupid lizard. At least it gives you the whirlwind for easy access. Right, because you can't actually make it from there. My best guess would be to walk to the edge. I'm not planning on 100%ing, but I know that towards the end of the game you need a shit ton of gems and stuff, so the more I can get now, the better. Alrighty. What? What? I could have sworn I did that right. I did nothing different. Nice hit boxes you got there, game. Come on. What else can I talk about? I honestly find it kind of messed up that the animation industry has just decided that 2D animation is completely obsolete, at least when it comes to Western animation. There is still a place for 2D animated things, but companies absolutely outright refuse to do it. I get that it's more time consuming and all that, but I really wish that more 2D animated films were made. Because there's a lot more you can do with 2D animation in comparison to 3D. Sometimes the jump works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't get what I'm doing wrong. too much work running now. Wonder how soon we will see the first show produced with AI. I'm pretty sure stuff like that is in the works, and people should absolutely, completely, and categorically boycott anything that's produced by AI, because it is not fair to the workers, for one, and for two, it is not, like, I mean, what do we humans that do as best? Like, what do we talk about? We talk about our days. We tell stories. So the fact that companies are trying to automate that is completely draconian. I don't get it. And you know people will consume the soulless slop because any form of entertainment is better than just having to think about how your life sucks and all that. Hello everyone pouring in. Hope y'all are having a good day. But yeah, AI is trash because all it knows is what good media looks like. It doesn't necessarily know how to replicate it, nor should it be able to. If we're gonna automate stuff, we should automate customer service work and stuff like that. Especially right. Like, I don't get why those in the entertainment industry have such a hard-on for trying to make slop, assuming people will consume it. Don't get me wrong, I consume bad media, but it's intentional. I like playing stupid licensed games and stuff like that. I don't necessarily like the idea of something that can be done better by a team of humans. Done totally by a machine. The problem with automating customer service is that people are so stupid that they need another person to help walk them through simple tasks. Oh, I get that. But as someone who's worked customer service for 7 years, I can say that until we deal with that outright abuse problem that is within customer service, no one's gonna care about their job enough to, you know, actually do a good job. And I've hit a point in my life where if I get screamed at by a customer, I am going to scream right back. I don't care about my job enough to actually try to keep it. I know it seemingly doesn't make sense and it seems counterintuitive. That was a nice glitch I encountered. But at the end of the day, the phrase, the customer is always right, completely bastardized the service industry as a whole. Like, honestly. I love how they straight up just run off cliffs. If they miss you. Okay. Excuse me one sec. Oh, I'm aware. People tend to, especially the older people, tend to act like freaking toddlers. Like, I had a guy whistle for me like a dog when I wasn't going fast enough around the self-checkouts, in his opinion. It's like, Jesus, dude. I will come and get you. Just let me help this other person. No, honestly, I'm unsure where that sense of entitlement and stuff comes from. Whoops. I did not mean to die. I get it, it's likely people who have nothing better going on in their life and that they probably have things going on at home that are causing them to act like that, but if I'm expected to not take things out on the customers that I deal with, they shouldn't be able to take things out on me. Especially since, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do my job. I can kind of understand if it's seen as a bad take to say, hey, grown adults should start acting as such, but I've dealt with literal children with more sense than some of the people I deal with when doing retail work. Like, working at a gas station was one of the most awful experiences I've ever had, especially as a third shifter, because you have to deal with the closing times. And I would have these entitled assholes come in after the alcohol cutoff time and expect me to serve them alcohol. And I'm like, no, that's illegal. I will get in trouble. But that don't matter to them because they want their fix. It doesn't matter that it's gonna affect another person badly. It doesn't matter that a person is going to lose their job. They just want their service. They know better because they're lifetime alcoholics, most likely. But they still think they deserve special treatment just because they're older. And then there's the judgment that you get from older people when you're still in retail past your teens, because they think you've failed. They think that you're not worth more because you're not trying to be more. It doesn't matter if they're paying sub-livable wages. It doesn't matter if the work conditions are shit. And find that to be the case with older people, in that they expect respect automatically instead of something being earned. Exactly. It's... And I would rather not be judged for working retail just because I'm past my teens. It's like, I'm trying to improve my life. It's just, there are aspects of my life that are completely out of my control, unfortunately. Like, I can't control the fact that my landlord is overcharging on rent just because there's not laws on the books saying that they can't charge above a certain price for a small space like what I'm living in. There really should be, because $1,200 for a freaking 600 square foot space is not reasonable. It is completely unreasonable. I've been living paycheck to paycheck, and frankly, there's no reason that I should be. I don't make the best money, but just because you're in a low-wage beginner position doesn't mean you don't deserve to live in some comfort.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what
And
it's
of
been like
course,
listening
there's
to him
people
over and
who
over.
think
But I
you
tell you one
legitimately
thing,
don't.
he should watch his back.
I should be able to save up for college and, you know, create a better life for myself. People don't think about the situation others are in and often make judgment calls based on their own version of thinking. Yeah, I understand that, and I'm likely guilty of it myself to some extent. It's... I mistimed that. Hitbox? Hitbox? But... And then of course when I bring up the fact that... Because I get the way it sounds. It sounds like I'm being entitled when I say something like, I deserve to be able to save up for college. I get why the thought that I'm being entitled pops up. I really do. But honestly, people shit on you regardless of situation. You could be a doctor, the nicest person in the world, and someone will still have a problem with you. It's important to try and ignore their opinions. Focusing on too much on the negative will greatly impact your mentality. Absolutely. But there's something to be said about the fact that rent is 8 times as much as it used to be. And people still kind of act like, you know, life's still affordable. It is completely fair that the amount that's charged for rent and stuff is the way it is. Never mind the fact that oh, and that's another thing. I don't know where you live currently, but here in the US, apparently it's not considered to be cruel or unusual punishment to literally jail homeless It is absolutely fucked. Saw that shit. Yeah. It is cruel and unusual. I don't think it's necessarily self-entitled to want to better yourself, but the hard truth about life is that it's never fair. It's never too late to better yourself. But on that note, it's not even about being a choice. I mean, even when shelters are full. Yeah. And that's not even thinking about the fact that statistically speaking, it's likely the person that they'd be jailing has a job, which they will lose because they had to spend time in jail. It's absolutely fucked. Live in the States, most homeless people in the area that I've interacted with are usually strung out in drugs and live that way on purpose. But that doesn't mean they don't deserve humanity and good treatment. They deserve treatment for their addiction. They don't deserve to be jailed. And that's not even going into the fact that the prison system is busted and corrupt. I know, like, you can essentially be hired out as a freaking servant, and that's considered acceptable by some people in this country. I don't get it. But yeah, it's absolutely fucked what's going on in this country. And the fact that it's seen as acceptable to some degree just really says a whole lot about people's mentalities. Everything's fine because I got mine. That is the opinion that I largely see across. Since we're sort of America bashing anyway, I'm curious, Harris? She wouldn't be my first pick, but she's definitely better than some candidates that are being fielded. I mean, it's not really a contest since she's going up against a complete moron. But I don't doubt that there's some fuckery that's gonna go on in this country. Politics are always a slippery slope. I know. But it's not really incorrect to say that things can be better and should be better. The people who actively act like nothing should change are the problem, honestly. Like, there is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't want a better life. She would be better, maybe. I don't know. You can't even. It would be historic if it was. I'd say after the last fucking 8 years, it would be nice to have a sense of normalcy, which, if anything else, is something she could bring.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks
But
the
I get
Dragonfly has been doing a good job
people's points
protecting
against
you.
her, like,
Make sure to keep him
she
strong
was a
by
cop
feeding
and,
him lots of
you know,
butterflies.
a cab and all that. I would stay away from people who, like, I'm all for religious freedom, but it seems what the religious politicians want currently are to impose their beliefs on everyone else. And as a person who isn't religious themselves, it's kind of messed up. Like, you can believe whatever you want at home, but the second you're trying to get me to operate on your beliefs, that's when I'm gonna have a problem. And Pence is one of those people. I'm not gonna shame you at all, but I'm just letting you know kind of what we're dealing with in the moment here.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Already heading that way, Pence, or no? Yeah, it was in Louisiana, and it's likely to come to Tennessee, Arkansas, all that. But there's no reason that we can't reestablish that, no, you can't just impose your beliefs because you feel it's what is right.
Spyro, some big
Like-
orcs up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice
Like,
cave,
is it
armor
fair-
can make their feet very slippery.
For a family who wants to raise their kids without any religious bias to have to deal with. Do you agree with the notion there should definitely be a line? Like, I believe that all kids should have the opportunity to decide their beliefs for themselves. Like, I'm more of a harder stance on religion and religious teaching than some people. Like, I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't bring your kids to church. I get that it's your choice, but some churches, the way they teach the gospel is scary. Like, freaking terrifying for a child. Why subject your kid to that? There should be a line. I don't know where exactly to put the line, but it definitely has to be somewhere. Yeah, especially the Catholic churches. Oof. Like, I'd say the best thing my mom did for me, was raising me without the bias of religion. Of course, considering where I live, there was always going to be some sort of bias, but I was allowed to figure things out for myself ultimately. And quite frankly, if a God exists in the way that Christians say, I would have no qualms if I ever, like, if I were to die and be wrong. I would have no qualms against saying, shame on you for making children have to deal with terminal illness. Shame on you for putting children with parents who will never love them. It's absolutely fucked, you know? No matter how you slice it. I am open to, you know, being proven wrong, but so far I haven't been. So, I'm going to operate as if the beliefs espoused by certain sects of Christianity definitely aren't true. There are some that I don't really have a stance on, but the crazier ones that say the Bible is literally true and that's the history of our world. Yeah. Don't believe it, and I don't think kids should be
You've done
taught
well,
that way.
Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Do you believe church is good for one thing, though? Horror movies? Absolutely. Granted, have you noticed how dumb horror movies have gotten? Like, writers don't even try anymore. And it's sad because horror movies with the slow build-up and stuff are really good. A lot of writers these days don't know how to build tension properly. And it really saddens me.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
And I definitely hate the trend of all horror movies that have been being released as of late are PG-13. Like, I understand that there is an audience there and it's just being capitalized on, but if you're gonna make your horror movie PG-13, you should be at least somewhat creative about it. I know being PG-13. Did I see Devil's Bath? I have not seen any recent movies because I can't afford to right now. Like, I don't even have an active streaming service at the moment because I can't afford it at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna return home. That and Exhumed were pretty cool. As far as new movies go, though. Hear that about affording it, though. I only have Shudder myself. Yeah. But, yeah, I'd like to think I'm a fairly reasonable person. I can totally see why someone wouldn't think I am. Because I do have pretty hard stances when it comes to certain things. Oh. I should edit that. Do I have .org? What do you mean by that, Unicorn Turtle? I don't mind. I love older media. I am of the opinion that certain media, like especially horror movies, definitely aren't made like they're used to. They used to be. And I legitimately think it's for worse. Watched a lot of older 40s and 50s horror movies. I definitely like older media. It's why, I think from here on, I'm going to be limited about the more recent games that I play. Because I have a personal preference for older media. Like, I legitimately I know there's a speedway level here and a dragon that explains what they are. Can't remember exactly where it is though. Free is always good too. Yeah, especially in today's economy. And yeah, it is totally fine that CEOs make 350 times what they did back in the 70s. Our government's a joke. I'm pretty sure it would have to be listed as a media archive site in order to have that .org tag, and they're definitely not necessarily wrong. Has all things, not just videos, books, radio. That's great. So it really is just a media archive site. That's good to know. Because I do enjoy older media, if anything, as a way of seeing how people thought in the era that the media was made. You know? Knowing me, I probably missed one. Two. Literally just that one. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not good at those levels. On to the next world. Because I've met the low-key been going through the list of all horror movies ever over time and leading up. It's been interesting seeing the development. I'm sure it is. It's one of those things that I definitely see merit in, looking back to older media, and I don't see why more writers don't do that. Like, as a scriptwriter, I would genuinely think that taking cues from older media is probably one of the better things you can do as a writer. Not necessarily plagiarize from it, because that doesn't make sense and it is inherently wrong, but use it as a learning experience.
I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
I love how the balloonists are glorified step stools.
Hop on, Spyro.
But yeah, I have strong opinions about healthcare and stuff. Like, I think it's stupid that people try to defend the healthcare system that literally bankrupts you.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the
Are
eggs
you
from those
rolling
pesky blue
enough
thieves.
artists for fuck's sake? It is not regal to roll R's. I don't know why media and stuff is doing that. That and the posh British accents. Like, I don't know why every frigging vampire ever has to be British at all. It's like, saw goodish Middle East vampire lady movie once. I get that it's a generalized statement to say all vampires are British, but the amount of times I've heard a vampire open their fucking mouth in any media that includes it ever, it's always like, my, you're quite the delectable one, aren't you? It's Tuesday, isn't it? So stupid. even vampire media that takes place in America, most of the time, the older, wiser vampires have a British accent. Vampire Diaries is guilty of this. Then Twilight. You know, Twilight was really bad in multiple ways. Like, it spawned 50 Shades of Grey, which was literally like catnip for aging white women. Wait, where the fuck is Sparks? What? I used to think those were plant people and not wizards. Because of the way they were modeled on the PlayStation 1. I freaking hate these gem containers. But yeah, Twilight was trash all the way through. I watched it as a young girl
Spyro,
out of morbid
you're
curiosity
one of those
because
big,
it was
noisy,
popular
gigantic,
with
awful beasts, are you?
my
course not.
friends and
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
yeah. Oh. You used to be able to charge those guys. I'm pretty sure anyway. It's kind of cool that you have to burn them now. Assuming I'm not mistaken by the idea that you didn't have to use the... You didn't used to have to charge them. I can speak English, I swear. What? No. That was a completable glide. What the hell? Oh, because you're supposed to do it from here. Well, that's stupid. Wait for them to pull it down. I love how they laugh at you if they see you while they're messing with stuff, but then absolutely turn tail and run the second you get close to them. It's kind of funny. rip Bozo.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, I hate the fact that... Are they all gonna roll their R's here? Cause... God, it does not make you posh or regal to freaking roll every freaking R that you say. And then I kind of talked about this earlier, but it really sucks that children who like games don't necessarily get to be able to play games for them anymore, because games for them aren't really made. Sure, there's the occasional Lego game, and Fortnite is a thing, and it's obviously marketed towards kids. But, in my opinion, children should not be playing online games whatsoever.
Spyro.
There are
If
too
you
many
keep this
creeps.
up, you'll learn all the tricks of the Magic Crafter's world.
We need a new Carmen Sandiego game. Unironically, yeah. There's just way too many instances of... And when shows and media are made for kids, they're treated like complete freaking morons. So we're never gonna get things like Avatar: The Last Airbender ever again. Because kids aren't gonna understand simple moral lessons. The fact that writers and producers have that mentality, they can bite me. Because it legit pisses me off too much. There's plenty of adults that don't know simple moral lessons. I know. I work in retail. The amount of times where an adult screams at me like a child just because they were mistaken about the price of something is ridiculous. Like, it's not my fault you were mistaken. Not to mention the fact that Hollywood as a whole is kind of just a cesspit that isn't worth thinking about too much. So much fucked up shit goes on in Hollywood. Oh, that's one thing I didn't know for a while. Found out watching a horror movie through the site. Bollywood has around a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, it's cool to figure stuff like that out. Kelvin, huh?
Remember
That's
that these
actually a
new
cool
thieves
dragon
have
name.
stolen eggs outside the Magic Crafter's world as well.
Don't worry, I'll take
Practically as
care of
long
that.
as Hollywood, really? That's really interesting, honestly. Yeah. Spyro doesn't turn like a dump truck like he used to, but his turn circle is so wide while charging, it's hard to get close to these fuckers without really trying. Ah, come on. Come on. No? Get over here, you asswipe. Thank you. That should not have taken as long as it did. First full-length Bollywood, mostly shorts. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting to think about when it comes to early media like that, because it's interesting because a film of a train going down the center of the tracks actually scaring people because of how realistic it was, even though it was black and white. It's just a funny thought to me, even though I would have been exactly the same way when that film was released. Yeah, it's crazy thinking movies have been around for 100 years or so. I love that those guys make you want to kill them because they laugh at you. I do not like the stuttering that this game does when there's any kind of fast movement. It's actually legitimately irritating. Wonders how to make it tuna casserole. Nice. I hope it turns out good.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent!
Go ahead, try it.
Game lag can be irritating at times. Okay. Oh, a wizard battle. Always does just noodles, cheese, tuna, mayo after all. Sure, but oh right, you gotta move faster than you, because you can't kill them unless you're supercharging. God, those things used to terrify me as a kid, and quite frankly, they kind of scare me now. I don't have arachnophobia, but Jesus. Right, I don't have sparks right now. 1 second. There we go.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
Actually, when you think of it, I wonder who's streaming right now. Let's raid Spyro. She's a good friend of mine. She mostly plays horror games and horror adjacent things. So let's raid her to see what she's doing. Have a good night, everyone.